Group's welfare sector on 30th June 2018. And the advert was availed to the public through the main social media platforms, that is WhatsApp, Facebook, and phone calls to known groups and referrals by people who came across the call for applications in every sub-county. That is how it was done. Let us go to training. All the 96 shortlisted groups comprised of 78 groups and 18 PWD groups were asked to nominate a representative to a capacity building training and took place at the department offices in Kapsabet on Wednesday, 19 September 2018. Out of these invited groups, 77 women groups and PWD representatives attended. We have 4 groups that did not take their items. The names are there. And we have all the lists from all the county, from every ward. So you can see as a member where your group comes from. I don't want to read through that one. You'll go through. So let us go to page 11. Field visits. We went to 4 groups of women. The first one was Kipsigak Legetia Women Group. The group was registered in 1980, and to date, the membership of the group involves women. There are 31 members in number, and they work as a team to achieve a lot. This group was given a sewing machine by the county government. Kipsigak Legetia Women Group has been able to own a small room in Kipsigak Junction en route to Nandi Hills. The purpose to hire is to be able to sew clothes such as uniforms, school uniforms, among others, hence able to earn a living through the use of the sewing machine. The women group has further hired a skilled person having necessary knowledge on the sewing machines to help the group earn an extra coin through sewing of clothes. As a result of the money earned through the business, the women group has been able to locate a business premise next to the room where they sew clothes. In this business premise, they sell household items, personal items, soap, among other things. In addition to this group, each member has been able to buy a cow as a means of empowering the business skills. On the contrary, through the group has faced some numerous challenges, such as lack of funds for use, inadequate space hence inconveniencing the business. We went to another group, that is our WASP PWD. This group is registered having 38 members. It is a special group since its business are women with different disabilities but are abled differently. Our WASP PWDs has been able to locate a room opposite the main highway leading to Nairobi and hire it, paying 1,000 a month and having given a sewing machine by the county government in 2018. The machine was not working since it was incomplete, lacking the carrier and the raw counter. In addition, the members lacked experience on how to use the machine, since it was a high-tech, hired of sewing machine. As a result, therefore, the women decided to make the house become a business premise, to where they sell charcoal firewood to the locals around that place, being able to have some money at the end of the day. Our WASP PWDs has continuously experienced numerous challenges, such as members failing to show up during the rainy season. They also lacked a skilled person who would use the machines. Therefore, they requested since one of the members had a certificate in dressmaking and be recommended elsewhere to perfect the skills in dressmaking. They also requested the county government to give the money instead of the machines in order to use it for different business ideas. They have such as selling of kilns, auctioning of goods, selling of charcoal, hiring of tents, among others. We went to another group, that is Kiptulu Self-Help Group. The self-help group comprises of 19 members. It identified a small room opposite Kiptulu Secondary School in Kaptumo Kaboi Ward, where they have placed their sewing machine. Through the sewing machine given to them by the county government, they are able to make seat covers, clothes, among others. The machines make back stitches and zigzag. Over time, therefore, the group decided that each member should contribute 200 shillings each in able to buy materials for use. The women group hired a person who did a course on fashion and design, thus making neat clothes. Of importance is that the group used oil to maintain the machine. This would prevent it from rusting. Despite having done a lot by use of these machines, it has experienced a lot of challenges, such as lacking skilled person who would use the machine, lack of motor for use. They therefore requested the county government should consider them on having training skills on the machines. The county should also allocate funds to them for use. Then we went to another group, that is Taj Perur Group. The women group was given by the county government of Nandi one machine in September 2018, where they were taken through some training of the officers of the culture and how to handle it. It has a membership of 22 members, 18 young women and 4 elderly. Among the members of the group, some are trained saloons. Hence, a result of money found the for the sewing machines. They have been able to open up a room for practicing the skill. Taj Perur Group is situated in Kipsebwa shopping centers in Nandi Hills Ward. The women did not have know-how of the use of sewing machine. They were forced to look for someone who would be able to help them on the same. As a result of this, some machine leased to somebody in Kapsabet town with a few to generate some income in the long run. For the arrangement proved unsuitable. They later decided to hire someone with skills to operate the machine, while at the same time taking some turns to be trained on the same. So over the past year, this women group has been able to sew different clothes for the locals. The group has made numerous progress by saving money and also have been able to buy clothes decorated with beads worn during cultural days at the county. Main lessons learned. This being the first disbursement under the Lesser Jamii Initiative Program, it has a serious potential to help the women, PWDs and the vulnerable in the society to increase the sense of dignity and self-worth. It is, if given the necessary support to interns' capacity to establish business through these machines, these vulnerable groups will definitely attain financial independence. We have also some challenges. The Endeleza Jamii Mbele program is not anchored in a legal framework, meaning that it could face potential discontinuation by successive county government. However, the Constitution of Kenya on several instances, and specifically Article 21, confers a fundamental duty on the state and every state organ to observe, respect, promote, and fulfill the rights and fundamental freedoms in the Bill of Rights and address the needs of vulnerable groups within the society. Lack of capacity to operate the machines, that was the main issue among the groups. There is a lack of capacity and the training to operate the machines, and that was the problem. So we have also there, number one there, the criteria on notification and distribution. There was also lack of it. I don't want to read much on it. So let us go to chapter 4. Recommendations. After intense scrutiny on this issue, members came up with the following recommendations. Criteria used on the issuance of empowerment kits. The county government should improvise better ways of issuing these sewing machines as opposed to the criteria used on the first bunch. It was observed that the county government of Nandi issued out the machines to women who had little knowledge on the machine, or were not interested in it. The county government, when issuing these machines, should first consider that the groups have knowledge and skills to operate. Of advantage would be persons who have undergone training or done a course on design and eventually hold a certificate in the same. So they need adequate training. The committee observed that despite undergoing one-day training, that did not prove to be futile on some machines, were too complicated for the members to operate. A lengthy training program tailor-made to suit different capacities is appropriate. For example, PWD's training should be versioned to suit their physical attire. Number 3, develop reliable and appropriate data bank on the vulnerable. Development of a policy will be informed by reliable and appropriate data and information that guarantee regular update of data on PWDs and those vulnerable groups to inform policy formulation, government planning, and service delivery. That was an issue also in the group. We need to form a data to have the groups known exactly in this county of ours. There is need for the department concerned with welfare services to liaise with the National Bureau of Statistics and get the right figures in terms of the number of people living with disabilities, widows, and orphans using the latest census data. This information will help to focus the little resources available to this special group of people and realize the meaningful impact. Number 4, legislative policy development. Being in the initial stages of implementation, the county government of Nandi, as a matter of urgency, should develop a legal framework for this program. The department should undertake a study and draw a lesson from the shortcomings of the first phase of implementation. There is need to develop a participatory framework for community engagement in the design, implementation, and evaluation of the Endeleza Jamii Mbele initiative. Number 5, establish enhanced communication net channels. Communication channels be improved to ensure that all potential beneficiaries are made to understand the conditions to be met before any group is enrolled in the program. The communications channel must be that which the greatest majority of the residents listens to by relying on the social media platforms, for example, advantages and vulnerable in the society, whose access to social media platform is close to nil. Mr. Speaker, I've moved this motion so that you can adopt it. We had a series of challenges in the data of getting the groups to be known by the county government. So we have instructed the department to get in touch with these people so that we have the right data. And also what we targeted was the training. We can give out machines, but these machines will do nothing if there is no enough training. So we have asked the department to improve on those areas. So at that juncture, I want to ask Jepkwony to second this motion.
Honorable Jepkwony.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Before I second, Honorable Speaker, I want to say 1 to 3 concerning the same. Honorable Speaker, as Honorable Chair has actually said about all these groupings, Honorable Speaker, we visited a few of these groups, but we find that actually, Honorable Speaker, they have the common challenges, which actually I think it emanates from the department. Honorable Speaker, they didn't actually do a survey before they were issuing these machines, Honorable Speaker, because you realize we went to these groups, Honorable Speaker. For example, one in Kipsebwa, where it is a word for Honorable Gideon Koech. They were issued to this machine, but later on, Honorable Speaker, they hand over to another person to go and use it, Honorable Speaker. So it put a logic, Honorable Speaker, that why should we give these people machine to go and hire out to other person to use it for commercial, Honorable Speaker. So one is that actually the committee should have actually trained one of the members, actually take to our vocational schools that we have, so that actually get the training or the knowledge about to use this machine, Honorable Speaker. 1 day training was not enough, Honorable Speaker. So, Honorable Speaker, I want to ask the committee, the members of this House to pass this report, Honorable Speaker. Otherwise, I will second.
What is it, Honorable Sing'oei?
Sana Bwana Speaker. Ningependa kuuliza Mheshimiwa Jepkwony, akisema mashini ni mingi. Sasa mashini ya aina gani? Ndio tuelewe.
Honorable Jepkwony, you respond to the inquiry by Honorable Sing'oei.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I think the report is specific, Honorable Speaker. We are talking about the same machines. So that is it, Honorable Sing'oei.
Fair enough. Honorable members, I then proceed to propose the question that this committee deliberates on the report by the Committee on Culture and Tourism. Honorable Koech, Nandils.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I rise in support of this particular report and wish from the onset to thank the committee chaired by our able chairman in the sense that he is in fact almost the chair of all of us. So, Bwana Mayo and your team, I want to really thank you for this particular report. I hope the rest of the committees are learning. We are learning from this, that sometimes we need to go deeper so that we can at least share also some bit of the good things that is happening in this county. Mr. Speaker, having said that, the thinking and the architecture of this particular exercise is a good one. But however, as clearly put forth by the committee, the process of identification and subsequently distribution of this particular important empowerment machines in the name of sewing machines is what should be addressed. And I am happy that in the report they have captured it well, including the legal framework that is needed by this particular, to be passed by this particular house. I am happy also that in the report they have mentioned that in their findings, the process of identification is not to the expectation. From the report I have seen on the list of beneficiaries, I don't know what criteria they use. Some wards have as many as 6 groups benefiting, while others have as less as 2. I'm happy that the committee will note that challenge, so that even as we discuss going forward to the tail end of this particular term, we can correct that. If you look at the lists of groups beneficiaries, you can see that the highest are 6 in the name of Kabwareng. In the name of Kabwareng, with most of the groups of the wards getting 5 and 4. The minority groups or wards are those that receives 2 and 3. So I think from this report, Honorable Chair, through the Speaker here, we should be given a thorough explanation to that, because this is an exercise that was for the entire county. If they did their survey and got, for instance, I am always biased to Nandi Hills because that is where I represent. Nandi Hills having two. I don't want to say that Kabwareng should not have had 6, but I'm saying the exercise should have been a bit fair in its distribution. So, Mr. Speaker, my point here is we thank the committee for coming up with this report. It forms a basis for what we shall do in future. We need to audit this. I want to also ask the committee to go further and look into the issues of the people living with disability in terms of the identification and distribution of the same. I know that is the next report that the chair will be presented to this particular house. But I am challenged in the sense that this report has given us a challenge. And I hope the rest of the committees are challenged to be able to come up with reports to be able to be tabled in this house so that we can learn from what has happened to be able to make sure that in future we get things right. So that in the long run we should not appear to be just complaining but offering solution. The best way these particular things can be done in this particular County. I am happy that you visited my ward, and as clearly and as ably mentioned by Honorable Philip Chepony, a group that benefited having to lease out the machine. I don't know what the policy is. Does the policy allow the group to lease out a machine that has been given? And I think, Chair, as I conclude on this, with what is happening in the, currently, we need to understand how many machines also were picked for the purpose of the face masks. What was the output on that exercise? Did we get the value we deserved from that? Because these are machines that were bought using resources from the people of Nandi. Otherwise, I totally support this particular report, and hopefully this recommendation put forth will form basis for the exercise that is to come in distribution of the same empowerment programs that will be happening. Thank you.
Honorable Fred Kipkemboi. Kwanza nashukuru Mheshimiwa Mayo Kiranja wa kamati, na jumla ningependa pia kushukuru kamati yote kwa hii habari ametuletea hapa leo. Mheshimiwa Spika, ya kwanza ningependa kuambia kamati watengeneze sheria. Wangetengeneza sheria ili itusaidie, kwa sababu tayari wako na orodha inaonyesha kwamba yale yote tumeunga mkono. Unajua, wangetengeneza sheria hiyo ndio italinda, kwa sababu nimesikia Mheshimiwa Nandils ameongea kuhusu ile mashine ambao wananchi walipewa. Kwangu niliwakatasha, kwa sababu serikali ya kaunti ya Nandi walikuwa na hesabu ya kwamba wachukue hiyo machine wapeleke Rivertex waende watumie kushona. Nafikiri tulishangaa sana Mheshimiwa Spika, kwa sababu ilikuwa ni ya kusaidia wananchi. Kama au watu wangepelekwa kwa shule ya kiteknolojia, Mheshimiwa Spika, wangejua kushona, wangeshona kwao, tungenunua kama serikali. Na nafikiri hapo serikali walianguka mitiani. Alafu pia ukiangalia sasa, ndio unaona mimi nimeshangaa kwa hii kamati. Kwa hii kamati, unajua sisi kwa kamati wangeweka wale wanawakilisha wa mama na vijana. Ukiangalia waliweka tu vijana, lakini wale waheshimiwa wanawakilisha wa mama wako weka kwa hii kamati, kwa sababu ni muhimu. Hiyo ndio maana nilikuwa naambia kiranja wetu wa chama ya kwamba angalie sasa, ile anaweka watu kwa kamati aweke kulingana na ile vile wananchi waliwapatia, kwa sababu unaona vitu kama hii wale wanawakilisha wa mama waheshimiwa wangekuwa najua yale wanafanya. Ningeombea heri aende achikase raundi ya pili, akirudi hapa atupangie vile tunataka. Anajua, na muombea Mungu acha amalize hii kazi, arudi tena kwa bunge mara ya pili, ndio sasa ajipange, atupange mzuri. Na ningependa pia kuambia Mheshimiwa Mayo ya kwamba kwa sababu yeye ni mzee kwa hii bunge, na nafikiri na mheshimiwa ule pia, unajua Waswahili wanasema palipo wasea barepiki neno. Ndio unaona mheshimiwa kwa kamati yake amefanya jambo la muhimu zaidi kwa hii bunge letu. Hii habari naunga mkono, kwa sababu nimeona mengi hapa ndani, na pia ningeambia waheshimiwa waunge mkono tupitishe, ili yale mambo tunatakia wananchi wafanye, tupatie nafasi. Na pia unajua mimi nimesoma kwa shule ya kiteknolojia, kuna mambo najua zaidi, kwa sababu tunafanya tukiangalia. Na ningependa pia vile mheshimiwa amesema, unajua hii serikali yetu ya kaunti ya Nandi, ile kazi yetu tunafaa kufanya ni kujenga shule ya chekechea na shule ya teknolojia mbili. Lakini sisi huwa tunapatia pesa ya masomo kwa shule ya sekondari, na sheria imruhusu kulingana na katiba ya kaunti yetu. Mheshimiwa Spika, ingefaa sisi tuweke pesa shule ya teknolojia ili wasome kwa wingi, kwa sababu sasa hata sisi tukisema tunaandika watu kazi, imefika mwisho. Tuwatafutie, tuwapeleke pale wasome, wakuja wajiandike wenyewe, Mtu mmoja akisoma anaandika watu karibu 10. Na hiyo ndio tunasema mheshimiwa, tunakuunga mkono utengeneze sheria, sisi tupitisha hapa na tuweke pesa ili wananchi wajue. Na pia tukiweka sheria tuangalie ni mataoni gani, sisi tuangalie ni mahali gani tunaweza weka mambo kama haya. Sisi tunasema tuna sheria yenye tuweki, kila mtu anashonea kwa faranda. Na unaona kazi kama hii ni kazi ya pesa, iko na pesa, lakini unakuta watu wako kwa faranda, wala watu wanashona hapa, hata watu wetu wajui kushona jarani. Sisi kama Wakalenjin tufundishe watu wetu washone. Unajua kila mara ni Wajaluo ndio wanajua zaidi na Wahindi, lakini sasa tunataka tuchukue hiyo kazi kwa sababu iko na pesa. Mheshimiwa, tuunge mkono, tupitishe ili wananchi wafaulu. Asanteni.
Honorable Singoe.
Asante sana Bwana Spika kunipatia nafasi ya kuchangia hoja ambapo ameletwa na Mheshimiwa Maiyo. Nafikiri kuna mashini ambayo kweli tumepewa katika maward, hata area yangu tulipewa karibu 6 wakati mwingine, na wakati mwingine tulipewa kama 2. Tuko na women group ambayo inaitwa Tumaini Women Group ambayo iko Kombe. Samani niliwapatia shamba wakati nilikuwa kansala na wamejenga na wanatumia mashine, kwa hiyo ni duka yao, na hiyo ndio mzuri. Na kuna wengine ambao labda wanashonea kwa mabaranda vile Mheshimiwa Fred amesema. Na kuna welding machines ambazo tulipewa katika awards, nilipewa karibu 3. Ndio nikagawa kwa location. Sasa location moja ndio sijawapatia kwa sababu najua nikipewa vitu huwa nagawa kwa location kwa sababu hataki vitu yote sehemu moja. Kitu kilioko tu ni ya kwamba ingekuwa bora wanakamata watembee kila mahali waangalie kazi ambayo inafanyika, kwa sababu wakipatia hao macherani au mashini sawa, tangi naweza kukaa nayo bila kutumia. Ingekuwa bora watumie ili wapate pesa ambapo naweza kujisaidia nao. Nafikiri wakati waliposemekana kwamba wanataka mashini kupeleka huko Musoria, nilijaribu kuuliza, akasema ya kwamba walikuwa wanataka mashini ambayo inatumia stima, lakini ile ambayo inatumia stima au angechukua hiyo. Akasema ya kwamba anapeleka washoni hiyo nini maski, alafu baadaye wanaweza patiwa kitu kidogo kama group na hizo mashini watarudishiwa. Hakuwa na chukua kabisa. Nilikuwa nafikiri wanachukua. Nilikuwa naenda kucomplain. Nafikiri Bwana Spika naunga mkono. Sisi hatuna shida na hii kwa sababu hiyo imepewa watu wetu. Na tunaomba tu wanakamati watembee kila mahali waangalie shida ambayo iko ndio tuendelee mbele. Nafikiri sina mengi sana naunga mkono.
Honorable Clara.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker, for giving me this opportunity. First, I would like to commend the good work done by the committee, led by Honorable Maiyo, and my area MCA and other able members of that committee. Honorable Speaker, this is the first report that is touching squarely on the persons that I represent in this House. Most of the beneficiaries of the machines that were given out are women groups. Honorable Speaker, it's unfortunate that some of the groups that were given these machines had to list them out for lack of expertise. Honorable Speaker, it's very unfortunate. I would like to ask the department to ensure that the persons that were given, the groups that were given these machines, be compelled to give their children an opportunity to go for training so that they can be able to make good use of these machines. Honorable Speaker, to be honest, if there's a field that never goes dry is the business of clothing. School uniforms are always sold each time schools are opened. We are into the business of making children, and these children go to school, and we buy uniforms every now and again, and we can be able to buy these uniforms and even other clothings from our own people who have benefited from this. Honorable Speaker, I want to urge Honorable Gideon, the member of Nandi Hills, because one of the groups that benefited, I hear, has leased out their machine. I want to ask the department also at the same breath to ensure that if it is possible, all our children in Nandi County who have scored D+ and below to be compelled to go and get some of these life skills, Honorable Speaker, like training them in tailoring and dressmaking, and even for the boys. I know a lot can be done in the VTCs for them to be able to be of good help to the society. Honorable Speaker, I support this motion, and I want to urge all the members of this House to support this motion, and especially that we compel our youth to be able to pursue this kind of training so that they can be able to tap into the market of clothes and school uniforms. I support, and I ask the members to support.
Honorable Teresa Mayo.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker, for this opportunity. I would also like to thank the Committee on Social, Tourism, Culture and Social Welfare for a very detailed report that they have come up with. Indeed, it's a serious report that has touched the women and the PWDs and all those people that need social welfare. Honorable Speaker, as women of this county, and more so the groups that benefited from the sewing machines, they must be grateful for getting the machines. And I want to thank the group because they came up with the challenges that these groups face, one of them being training, others possibly being maybe finances. And Mr. Speaker, we realize that this county and country have women as 52% of the population, and their welfare is wanting. Most of them possibly got married at Form 3, Class 8, all manner of different categories of learning. And I would like to urge this county that in those women groups, there are women who are willing to have this training so that the bursaries we give, we need to give to those women to train in these VTCs that we have. We can borrow a leaf from Uasin Gishu. Uasin Gishu trains the youth and women, and they pay all their fees and their upkeep. Most of them are in Cheptarit VTC. Most of them. This is our VTC, but it is housing Uasin Gishu. While ours are lacking training here and hiring out machines, Honorable Speaker, I feel ashamed because we have the VTCs. We are opening up 12 new VTCs that we have in our budget, training very few students. So we actually need to market, and by marketing, we need to pay fees for the majority of them, and I pray that we target the women. We have women who can actually be day scholars. They come train in this tailoring, maybe food and beverages, and other fitting courses that we can offer and actually give us and entice them by paying their fees. So I would like to urge the committee on the same to actually make a law or a bill that will even encourage most of these women, the youth, to go to the training, so that, like Honorable Fred said, we actually need to ensure that the mandates we have in the county, that is for the ECDs and the VTCs, we put there our resources mainly so that we can benefit. Of course, we know everyone needs jobs these days. By doing that, we'll be diversifying on the areas where we can make those people work on their own and make money by sewing, selling, making food, cakes, what have you, and we'll be empowering the women when we go to that direction. Otherwise, I support this report, and I was wondering why only 5 members of the same group have signed the report, and wondered whether the rest were not in agreement. I can see the whip of the House did not sign. The chairperson of budget did not sign.
Point of order.
And the representatives, so I was wondering whether
What is your order, Honorable
they
Koech?
were not. Otherwise, I support.
Order, Honorable Tharek.
Is the honorable member in order to cast suspicion on the rest of the members of the committee when there is nothing to that effect that has been brought forth to this particular house? In signing, there is no dissenting view in the report. So, and it is always a majority that gives life to a report. Honorable Speaker.
Clear enough. Honorable Teresa Mayu, you're out of order for that. So it is not.
So like I said, I support.
Hoja arifa Mheshimiwa Speaker.
Honorable Mayu, Honorable Fred.
Ningependa kupata taarifa kuhusu hiyo sahihi ya kwamba imewekwa Mheshimiwa Speaker, kwa sababu nimesikia Mheshimiwa Nandis akisema ya kwamba sio hoja, na mimi ni kama siungi mkono sitaweka sahihi. Nini naonesha vile Mheshimiwa amesema? Kwa sababu mwenye amekataa anakataa kuweka sahihi. Wewe weka sahihi ukatae. Mheshimiwa Terry ako haki kwa sababu wale waweka sahihi inaonekana hawakuunga mkono.
Order, Honorable Fred. You know very well that the procedures in the committees is that if there is any dissenting view, there would be a dissenting report to this. Failure to sign by the members is not in any way an indication of being against a report or having a dissenting view. Clearly we have the office of this clerk did not receive any dissenting report, so we'll go by the report. And yes, what the honorable member for Nandils indicated, it's a majority. This is the majority report as it stands, so we don't have any other minority report. On what is it again, Honorable Teresa Mayu?
I had not finished. He came up with a point of order while I was.
You could conclude in a minute.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. As I conclude, I have said I fully support this report, and I urge the committee to even go deeper to ensure that the women, the PWDs in this county, gets the best out of this county government. Thank you.
Honorable members, I will then proceed to put a question, which is that this county. Okay, Honorable. Before that, Honorable Jacob Mayo, you want to give a right of reply?
Yeah, Mr. Speaker, I want to appreciate the members that have acknowledged this report, and I want to say that we shall improve as our department. We shall improve. I wanted to reply on the face masks. We had the machines. Out of these machines, 40 machines were taken to Mosoriot to give the group training on how to use those machines. So in the process, they were trained for 40 days and they were given an allowance. They were employed by the Rivertex group, and out of that group, I think they were trained. In fact, the chair lady who was chairing that group came from Tindred, and it was a very good group. So the masks that you have been given by the county were done by those ladies and men. So I appreciate that group. Also, somebody has talked about the membership. The membership, we should include other members who are who have interest in the department. So in the next time, I will ask the majority to do likewise. Somebody has talked of, one member has talked of visiting places. We are visiting all of them. In fact, those groups that we visited, that is a sample. And I think we are going to give you a report on the same. Lastly, the legal framework on how to manage the department. We are going to deal with it so that we can give to this House to pass the law that will enable the management of the group. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Fair enough. Honourable members, I then proceed to put a question, which is that this House adopts the report of Tourism, Culture and Social Welfare Committee on monitoring and evaluation on empowerment kits under Endeleza Jamii Mbele initiative, first issue. Will as many as of the same opinion say aye? Aye. Of a contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. Next order. Order. What is it, Honorable Koech?
You had given direction that Honorable Fred will be given an opportunity to seek a statement before the end of this session.
Honorable Member for Kapsabet, you're seeking a statement. Would you want to give it a take now? Proceed.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir. I stand to seek a statement subject to mortgage and car loan for the County Assembly staff. Pursuant to Standing Order 45, Clause 1C, I wish to seek a statement from Chairperson County Assembly Service Board, considering that the House approved the loan and mortgage for County Assembly staff, noting that there was an allocation to Carter for staff. The chairperson to inform this House on the following: why is it the car loan and the mortgage has not been given to other numbers of staff or members of staff as the amount, as the amount which had been allocated for the same been spent for other purpose or not? Why will be given and when will they be given and under which circumstance?
The Vice Chair to the Public Service Board, the County Assembly Service Board, should take note and respond to this statement in the next Thursday. Honorable Fred.
Unajua nimesoma hii habari nikasikia nimeambiwa ati ni naibu. Naibu ni nani? Kwa sababu sielewi, Mheshimiwa Speaker.
All right, fair enough, Honorable.
Kwa hiyo kamati na sielewi.
Honorable Fred, I think the statement you are seeking is from the County Assembly Service Board, not the committee. So, Honorable Fred, so I have directed the Vice Chair of the County Assembly Service Board. The Chair of the County Assembly Service Board is the Honorable Speaker, and there is a Vice Chair who is a member of this Honorable House. So you would be able to respond to that Thursday next week. Next order.
Order number 9, adjournment.
Honorable members, this session is adjourned until the next normal session.